get done running another game, and one of my favorite middle school students is going to be watching us probably. And I just told him I can't make any guarantees about the level.
Can we swear?
And he said, I think I'll survive the cussing. So.
Okay.
Well, fuck you, kid. Sorry. Sorry, I had to get it out of my system. We needed to break the ice. I'm a former middle school teacher, okay? Like I have some shit to get out.
Oh my God.
Yes, like all former middle school teachers do.
Mm. Oh no, all middle school teachers do too. They just have no outlet for it.
Right.
So Courtney, let's see.
I'm still wrapped up, so.
Oh, okay.
That stands to reason.
Yeah, but by the end, I guess that's 2 hours. I can wash and show you maybe.
Here, do you guys want to? This isn't a fresh tattoo. You guys want to see mine in the meanwhile?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Dang.
Hold on.
Cool.
Is that a hold up? Is that a?
It's a dragon.
Yeah.
It's a dragon?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna say it's one of those
And it goes all the way down my arm.
That's
Yeah, it does. That's
Oh.
great.
really cool.
Jenny has awesome tats.
She really does.
You don't have to show them, Jenny, but just everyone take my word for it. Jenny has really cool tats.
Or I can show the picture of it to the
Oh, hey. I love it.
Oh, that's cute.
little cat head.
So did you incorporate Petey's scratch into that?
That's so the stem is where she scratched me last of the flower.
So do you guys know that Courtney's cat passed away a couple weeks ago?
yes.
But
Yeah, she missed it.
so she showed us this when we were hanging out. She's like, I don't know if this is weird, but like I got this scratch and I was thinking of having it made into something. I'm like, I think that's cool as hell.
That's super cool, honestly. That's a good way to do it right after you lost them.
Right?
It's a good way to remember them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm pretty happy with it. First tattoo. Look at me go.
Woohoo! Believe it or not, I don't have any.
Really? I didn't.
Yeah, I know. And people are always like, really? Because it just doesn't seem like me. But for the longest time, it was because I knew that I wanted a lighthouse, but I didn't want a lighthouse. Like I wanted a lighthouse, but I didn't want a picture of a lighthouse. And then I didn't just want the light because I didn't want people to think it was Jesus.
Isn't a lighthouse without a lighthouse just a rock in the ocean?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I wanted it to definitely symbolically be a lighthouse, but then I didn't want an actual picture of a lighthouse, but then everything that would metaphorically depict a lighthouse. So that's why I never got one. Cause like, I'm like, this is just not gonna work.
You should have done a house with just feathers underneath. So it's a lighthouse.
But
I like it.
Okay.
I mean, I am thinking, I'm slightly leaning towards now that we are ravens. I think ravens are just fucking cool in general. So I wouldn't mind having a raven, and then that would have a tie-in to, that I've been there for fucking 20 years. But at the same time, if I wasn't at South anymore, I still think ravens are cool. So it wouldn't have anything to do with school. And, like knowledge and all that shit, like they represent lots of cool things. So I'm like vaguely thinking about possibly getting a raven, but knowing me, I probably just won't. I'll probably talk about it for another 2 years and then not get it.
Well, just remember, getting your first tattoo is a gateway drug to getting more tattoos.
Well, and
Yeah.
I do see this to be true for everyone.
Well, I have my second.
The real
I'm
thing.
getting a hippo on August 5th.
Yeah, you are.
Like, I'm so excited for that one.
That's going to be really cool.
I think, yeah. And I see it. Like, it doesn't hurt that bad, and it's neat. I get it.
I'm so glad you did that. Ugh.
I thought I would have full sleeves by now. Like I had plans. Turns out they're really expensive. everybody I know who's got a lot of tattoos either has like a really well-paying job or like a lot of friends who are tattoo artists,
Yeah.
and I have neither. Never have. Like, so I got debts. Like, I
Yeah.
just can't afford a tattoo and more tattoos, and but boy do I want some. It just, every time I look at my arms, I'm like, what a waste of opportunity. I mean, that, and I could have worked out, I guess, in life. So that's the other part of their kind of waste of they're so unadorned and skinny. Oh,
No,
but the
well,
great part about having tattoos on your arms is that they cover over weird zits and stuff. It's people know this about themselves. Tattooed people know this. They're like, yeah, occasionally you get blemishes, and it's great for covering over blemishes. I hope you're listening, middle school kid. That's important.
all
Sam,
right.
do you have any tattoos?
I have 3 tattoos now.
Really?
One on my left leg and then 2 on my right.
Nice. What are they?
The first one that I got, I made sure that the first tattoo that I got was gonna just be a really dumb tattoo. So it's really stupid lyrics from a band that I like that just says probably not. And then the second one I got was a Friday the 13th tattoo on my right ankle, which is just a burning match that I realized after I got the tattoo. The sparks on it spell out 666 because it was a Friday the 13th tattoo.
Yes.
And so I was like, okay, cool. I can deal with that just as long as my mom doesn't notice that part of it. And then the one on my left leg is a bigger one. It's a red and yellow cat, kind of in a yin yang, on my left leg.
2 cats in a yin yang, just 2 cats sniffing each other's butts.
Basically.
No, they're cuddling. They're cuddling.
Oh,
each other.
like they're on top of each other. Okay,
Yeah. They're like rolled up into a little ball.
it's much funnier in my head.
They're not like 60. Oh,
Nope.
Hey,
You almost pulled an Aaron Bradley.
I almost did. I'm not.
I confirmed that the middle schooler is in fact watching.
All right.
Yay.
What's up?
Good to know.
So again, I always like to point this out. We have at least one viewer who is not a bot.
Yes, that's excellent.
Yes, it is. All right. So how is everybody? I don't want to just jump into things. Hopefully everyone is doing well. People have gotten tattoos. The rain is a nice refreshing change of pace, or at least I think so for those of us that live in the Denver area. But yeah, hopefully everyone is doing okay on this fine Tuesday night.
Yeah, for sure. I had a bass lesson tonight that went well. And now I have an electric bass that I can take over to my fellow's house so that I can practice when I'm there, so that I don't feel guilty for not practicing when I'm over there.
So you've got 2 basses now?
Well, I have 0 basses, but the school has generously lent me. I have a real bass, which is the one you see behind me. And then there is an electric bass, which is not, it doesn't have the body part. It just has the neck part with the strings that plugs into an amp. And now I have that to take over to Wade's house. So yeah. I mean, eventually, Kyle's going to call in all his markers and I'm going to be screwed, and then I'll have to decide, like, do I buy a bass or do I not, But
What do you think people are going to say?
What's that?
What do you think people are going to say? If you're going to put this to a poll, should I buy a bass? And like, what are people going to say?
Oh, no, of course. And I think I want to. I really suck at it, Christian. Like, I really, really, really suck at playing the bass. But I'm enjoying it, and I still think it's really cool, and I'm significantly better at playing the bass. I suck less at playing the bass than I did when I started 6 months ago. So
you know what they say, sucking at something is the first step to being sort of good at something.
Well, yeah, and so, it brings me great joy. And it's not like I'm like hoping to gig or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just doing it because I think it's really cool and I'd like to be able to play. So I don't know, like I'm just gonna keep on keeping on for now.
Right on.
Right on.
All right. So I have the recap open and ready to go.
Okay.
Are we all good? Does anyone need to get any last minute refreshments?
Oh, no, not on the refreshment front. I did have a question before we launched in
By all
though.
means.
We were generously gifted some really cool ass weapons last time.
Mhm.
But I could not find my my cool ass weapon in the lists that D&D Beyond gave me. I was given a whip of light.
Yeah.
And there were all kinds of whips, but no whip of light, and also nothing that would even like stand in for a whip of light. Like nothing else used that die that it used, so it wasn't like I could just pretend that something was something was the whip
And
of
what
light.
did I say that was the dice for it?
I'd have to check the.
It
hold
is
on.
in the recap. So
Yeah, it's
Ish,
in the recap.
and Ish, I don't mean to put more on you. Like I'm happy for us to stop and put them in, but I thought you were gonna put them in.
I meant to.
Okay.
That's all I have. That's it. That's the end of that sentence.
No, that's fine.
okay.
That's fine. Do you want us to go put them in right now?
Completely up to you. The whip, it sounds like might be the most complicated. And so let me see if I can very quickly whip up something.
Ba-dum-bum.
Man, now I'm just gonna start calling it the whip of light.
Yeah,
The whip.
it is the whip of-
Whip.
It's a cool whip, if you will.
It's a
Yes.
cool whip of light.
Ish, if it's helpful, I already put mine in, so that one's off your list.
Fantastic. And let's see, what was the damage dice on that sucker?
Let's see. Oh wait, it's asking me to roll in, log in. What? Why does it ask me to log in? Hold on a second.
Ish, for the Mantle of Radiance, is there any base item that I should use for that? Like Nature's Mantle and Mantle of Spell Resistance is all I can really find. As far as
No.
mantles go. Or should I just make a custom one?
I would just make a, because there's nothing about it that I don't. Oh wait, do an Ioun Stone, because there's Ioun Stones that will increase, because that's the one that gives you a +2 on your charisma, right? The Mantle of Radiance. So start with an Ioun Stone that will increase your charisma by 2, because it's one of the few items that does that.
Oh.
Let's see.
So I picked a flame tongue longsword,
Uh-huh.
but that might not be right. Because it's supposed to be plus 1d8 of damage, and this says plus 2d6. So
Let me look. So I am looking. So the holy symbol, the whip of light, so D10 radiant damage at range of 15 feet. Gauntlets of lightning, flame sword, additional D8 fire. So that one's going to be tricky, but let me see. Hold on, bear with me, and I think I can do both of them.
okay, I'll get rid of the one I picked then.
So okay, and oh shoot, I hate it when that happens. Sorry, we've now entered the talking to myself portion of this game.
You're fine.
Ugh. Also, I can't get into Roll20, which is dumb, and it won't send me my new password. It's really annoying.
That one's obnoxious because you can't like link it to Google or whatever.
Yeah.
I wish they would do that.
So irritating. I just click my little shortcut link and I just get there. I don't know why it's asking me to log in. I don't remember all my passwords. Let's try Duratan sucks 666.
That's it. I'd be honestly, I wouldn't even be mad. That'd just be, that'd be funny.
How did I even guess your tattoo, dude? Oh, got it. It was Duradan sucks 666.
Is it actually the password?
No, no, dude. Why would I do that?
Because I don't think anyone else would think it's the password, so it'd be a good password.
It would definitely be unique. A password that no other human being has ever come up with. But like, I'm kind of afraid of what happens if like you get your password wrong too many times on like a D&D site. Like, you get cursed. Like
yeah, instead of inspiration, you get something else taken away.
Yeah, what's the opposite of inspiration? Boredom points.
Boredom points.
Stupor. You get stupor points.
Stupor points.
There used to be a long time ago a game called Stupor Powers, and you had powers like Vacuum Butt and Summon Mariachi Band.
Summon Mariachi Band? That's fantastic.
Yeah, I want that power.
Is it? I wanted like necromancy, summon Mariachi Band, so you can get all of the cast of Coco.
Yes.
That rendition of La Llorona is still like one of the greatest ever made.
Oh yeah, word.
Ish, would I got the language thing from all of our gifts last week. Am I putting that into equipment somehow?
You absolutely can. I think that's actually an item that exists. So you've got it easy. If you just do like comprehend language as an item, and it should pop right up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right there. And then do I have to manually buff my charisma then to +2?
No, if you get the Ion Stone and equip it, it should increase.
Okay, I just have to equip it.
That's always the trick, is you always have to go into your equipment and make sure that little box is filled in. But all right, I think I know how to do this.
But it probably won't do that until I attune it, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Which, yeah, as soon as you do that, you should be fine. And longsword, holy symbol, whip.
Whip.
All right, so the trickiest part about the halberd, or sorry, the whip of light, is that it's going to not show the range, but that's something we could do in our heads. That doesn't affect the way that it functions.
Okay.
Let's see. So to hit, damage bonus, to hit bonus, so to whip of light. Ranger. Okay, so that's good. Perfect. Good.
I like how like there's like some of these the names of these like weapons or enchanted items like make a certain amount of sense to say, like gauntlets of lightning and whip of light, um, flame sword, you know, that one. But then there's helm of comprehend language, and I'm just like, was there a better way to put that? You know, like it. I realize it's a helmet that helps you comprehend language, and in that sense, it's very direct. But wouldn't it sound cool if it was a little more, you know, like just the word comprehend should never be in a magical item. I'm just saying. It's still cool. It's going to be very useful.
Yes.
Helm of comprehend language.
All right. You
like
should
the
have
helm
the
of many tongues, or I don't know. Oh, do I have a whip of light now? Did you put it in me?
Yeah. I did.
Thanks for that whip. Awesome. I'm going to go check it out.
All right, now watch you whip. Watch you nene.
Watch me nay.
And by the way, it says 1d8, but it's 1d10. It's just a weird way that it all works, but I got it to kind of skew that way. So that is that. Kalhiri, you had the flame sword. And let's see. And then Finzor.
Lightning gauntlets. Finzor, I'm so excited to just sit back, huck a healing spell around, you know, here and there, and then just watch you work.
Oh, that's right. Wait, did you get Jenny, did you get the gauntlets?
I did get the gauntlets.
You're just gonna punch stuff.
Well, I'm gonna
But, like-
electrify my silver warhammer.
Oh, right. Thank you for reminding me. That was the most important part of the recap is what
It
is
was the
Jenny going to
lightning
do
in
with
the Warhammer, yeah.
you're basically Thor now. This is gonna be great. I'm on board with what Nora was saying. This is-
So my problem is I keep earning inspiration for all these brilliant ideas, and then I keep forgetting to use them in game. So you guys are gonna have to help me figure out how I'm supposed to use that little point.
Well, we really
Waiting
had
for
no
reroll.
rolls last time.
Oh, that's right.
I feel like
Just
you could
chatting.
do it for battle. I think maybe today.
it's working.
Oh, we're fighting today.
Are we fighting?
Oh, hell yeah.
We're fighting
yeah.
something, yeah.
We're going straight in to fight.
We're going to fight the Grommet, right?
Are we though?
Yes, you are.
Wait,
Well,
Grommet?
maybe.
wait, the Grommet being the big winged demon guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
The big pterodactyl people?
Yeah.
Are we ready for that?
Yeah,
We are
it
level
didn't seem like
3
a
and those
great
things beat
idea.
up giants. Like we can't beat up a giant and those things beat up giants.
Who's gonna
Especially
stop
we
me?
decided at the end of last time that we were going to go defend
This
the
big.
giant.
Yeah, this was the decision.
Oh, okay. So we're going with the giants. The giants will help us beat up the Gromax.
Well, there are some giants there, and we're bringing Ronaki. And we have really badass magical items. I'm just saying.
That's true. And he is a McGogre.
And we
So
took
we
down
got-
a troll.
We did take down a troll.
Barely.
And I've got a holy symbol of Kim Nark Mar, and I forget entirely what it does.
That's because it doesn't have a very direct thing. It's not like the
Mhm.
holy symbol of create a magic circle that repels demons.
It does something that repels demons, though.
But these guys don't count as demons. We probably won't be breaking that one out in this fight.
No, they although they do kind of resemble demons, they are not strictly speaking a demon.
Okay.
Wait. Does that symbol repel tieflings?
It makes them
Is it
uncomfortable.
is it like if you and Kalhiri get into a fight, you can just be like, you know what? Just you can't come in. I'm gonna I'm eating your pudding right here, and you can't do anything
Ah.
about it. Like, I don't know.
Right?
That's kind of funny.
Rift will do that, I think, if Kalhiri tries to hug her.
Personal space bubble. Mark Kim Mark
I mean,
Nar.
it's that or thunder waves, so you know. Handsome, you want your keyboard back?
or shapeshift. You have a lot of ways of getting out of potential hugs.
Yes.
You could just become a snake or something, and like
Porcupine.
a pork. Perfect. Exactly.
When I was a little girl, when I was a little girl, I used to fantasize about being able to like shoot spikes out of my back and shoulders because I hated how many adults will like touch you on your back and shoulders to guide you or push you or restrain you or hug you or squeeze you. Like, good job. And like I used to just like fantasize about shooting like 6-inch metal spikes straight out my back like Wolverine, like just goring their hands. Like it was bloody. Nothing I wanted more. I didn't want to fly as a little girl. I wanted to impale the adults around me.
I love that.
I forgot that you and I share this like get out of my personal space thing that other people seem to think makes us monsters. Where we're like, yeah, just not a hugger. Also, there are like 2 different X-Men that do that now. Quill has the spines and just makes spines, and then there's Marrow can make like bone spines and then shoot them. So you don't even need to look up to Wolverine anymore. There's a mutant for you as well.
Ish, I'm sorry. So do you have to like make each of these individually?
Effectively, yes.
I also have an idea of what I want as my animal companion, but I don't know if I should like summon one or if I need to just find one and then deal with it. Like, what do I have to just befriend something that we happen to run across? Or
I mean, you could do it either way, but generally speaking, you don't want to like keep your awesome actual ability that your class gives you behind some kind of story wall. If you want to come up with like, between sessions, I did this thing and snuck off and met this animal that is like the most amazing, majestic thing I've ever met, and it decided to follow me home, and you want to write that, that's short story, feel free to do that. But I would say, like, if you wait for me to throw something at you, you might regret the 3 sessions that it takes for me to do that, where you're not being like the full 100% ranger that you could be.
It makes sense, especially I feel like I'm gonna need that more than not. And although I think I find it very true to life that because between sessions I do often go meet awesome, majestic animals. I don't befriend them and take them home though.
All right.
Just live out there.
Flame sword added and flame sword attuned.
Thank you. Nice.
All right. So let me see. I'm sorry, now all of a sudden my computer is going slowly, which is the first time that's happened on my new computing rig, so that's good. Let's see. Sorry, while I'm waiting for my computer to catch up with me, I thought I would share a little meme. And there we go. Create a magic item. Did the Helm of Comprehend Languages pop up?
Yep. I think I finally figured out how to do something. I think I added it.
Cool.
I also just discovered I have a rapier. Who knew? Got so much stuff in my bag.
Let's see, we said that it was a Warhammer for the spoon, right?
Yeah.
And I'm basically going to create this magic item with by including the Warhammer damage and everything. So let's see. Fire and the modifier type is damage. Lightning ability score. No, I don't need that. Dice count 1. Dice type 8. Fixed value. What level are y'all?
3. 3.
So the damage on it will go up once you reach level 5. It will go up again at level 11. I'll take care of all of that. Just don't let me forget.
I do nuts. I don't see my whip of light anywhere. Where is this whip of light?
Is it not on your character? Like if you go to
No.
actions, you should have it as a thing to do.
Dagger, rapier, short bow, and unarmed strike.
Weird. Would you reload and see if
Yeah.
maybe that?
Yeah, I just refreshed. I'll do it again.
Weird.
I'll totally just come back in 1 second.
Ish, there's like a little square box next to the helm. Do I need to click that for active?
Yes.
Ah. Sorry, I just looked at your meme. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't see my whip.
That's so weird. I'm
Where
reloading
is it?
and seeing. I wonder if there was some kind of a goofy mix-up at the factory. Oops, all crunch berries.
No prize inside. Where's my whip?
Equipment, manage equipment, and okay, Gauntlet of Shocking. And it is equipped and attuned, or at least it should be. And if you just click on Gauntlet of Shocking, it will do the damage of both. In fact, let me take this for a test drive. Fantastic. Looks like it works. Now for the trick. Okay, features and traits.
Hey, Jen.
Okay.
Yeah.
What have you used the resistance cantrip with your druid? Would you say
I
that?
have not. I don't think that was one that was available to my druid.
So I'm just trying to get us set up for the fights. I'm going through my spells. And I don't think like create water is like one that we really need. Thunderclap, but resistance says I touch one willing creature And once before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one saving throw of its choice. It can roll the die before or after making the saving throw. The spell there ends. So
you can help
That's if,
someone
like-
else achieve a saving throw that they need.
and saving throws are
It's what you do when you get attacked and like it's a response to an attack so that you survive it.
I think I'll go with
Um,
that one then.
So yeah, like the saving throws for D&D Beyond is like in the top left box with and so there's different types of saving throws for like your strength, dexterity, constitution, and all that, depending on what is trying to attack you or do something to you.
Okay.
Oh, and for some
Okay,
reason just found Whip of Light, but it's not in my regular page. Huh, that's weird.
Weird.
It's in my like edit. I found it in my edit category, but it doesn't show up on my page.
In
Well,
your edit category.
oh, hold that! I've just figured it out. It is listing itself as a rapier. That's what I was like. Oh, I have a rapier. Funny that. And I don't remember having a rapier because the Whip of Light you have categorized as a rapier, or you use the
Yes.
rapier to make the Whip of Light.
Because
Okay,
the
now
rapier does like damage and is
What's the
finesse,
whip
which
of-
is what you would
got
need.
it. Okay.
Okay, guys, do you want me to have Thorn Whip or Resistance?
I mean, why is this a group decision?
Yeah.
Could you
No.
have one and I can have the other since we're both three?
I mean,
level
I've
three?
got a whole pile of spell slots that I'm filling, so.
Did you say Thorn Whip?
Mm-hmm.
Thorn Whip
Lady,
is pretty cool.
there's only room for one whip in this D&D
Oh
outfit.
my god.
Oh, I'm gonna
It's
choose Thorn Whip just because you're being
Well, I was joking, but
Right.
2 whips. We're gonna get them tangled. It's gonna be a big mess. It's just gonna.
All right, we'll do Resistance so I can catch all y'all's saving throws. How's that?
That would be helpful. Thank you. Thank you for slowly becoming the cleric of this team. like Nora's there for support now.
I've got Thunderclap and Thunder Wave. I don't need both. Earthbind.
Unless you want to go for a theme, you could be the AC/DC druid.
Oh my god.
Do it.
Thunderclap do again.
Ish, is there a way to put Dissonant Whispers into my spells with the Mantle of Radiance? Because that's part of it. Or do I just cast that once per day and can just roll for it?
Yeah. What I would do, I can at some point probably add it on there. And did you already add it to your character sheet?
I added the Mantle of Radiance, but whenever I go to look up Dissonant Whispers, it won't show up, and I think it's just because it's a bard spell.
Yeah, so it would just not be one that's usual for you. I think I'll have to add an item on to your character sheet that allows you to cast it once. But like as long as at least for something like that, it's easy enough to say you cast it because you can.
Yeah, and we can just do a custom roll for that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Works for me.
All right. I mean, I think we've got everyone sorted out. Is anyone? Did I not complete an item for anyone that needs it?
I'm good.
Is there a place I can put my new animal friend? Can't figure out a place where I have to write it down. The Ranger's
Let me
Companion
see.
tells me
Did
what I
you-
can do.
Did you go with one of the ones that's like for like one of the stat blocks for like a what do you call it? Beast of the land, beast of the sea, beast
Yeah,
of the sky.
yeah. Well, I mean
Uh,
that's where I'm basing it off of. I just can't find it now.
Let me see. I think they've been talking about adding it for a while, and I don't know if they're. Let's see, allies. I don't know if there's a succinct way of doing that, but let me double check.
Okay. I mean, we could just say I have it. This is all in our imaginations.
Yes, but that all being said, is at least I can Beast of the. Did you went with Sky? Is that right?
Yep.
What I want to do is at least give you the link, because then you could potentially use that to make rolls and so on.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
Spell casting. Let's see. There we go. No. Yes.
I don't know if you guys like cute stuff. Totally unrelated to what we're doing here. But follow this illustrator on Instagram. They have cute little bee. I think that's one. They have a cute little series with bees, like in a library, having tea, hanging out. Just nice.
I do like stuff. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right. It's goofy that someone would have to have done that, but someone had to homebrew the Beast of the Sky so that you had just a place to point stuff at. But there is the link, and you can then use that page to
thanks.
Then like make whatever necessary rolls you have to make.
Awesome.
And
Gonna do it.
some of the things you'll have to like keep in mind, like you will have to add the proficiency bonus to damage and so on.
Okay.
But yeah, there is at least all of the information. And let me see. Okay, so we should be all set if I am not mistaken. Let me see. And let's see. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the recap super quick. And all right, so we have arrived back in Sandpoint to return borrowed items and sell art and artifacts to generally settle up. When we approach the center of town, festival is once again at a standstill, and there are many, but about a dozen giants trying to talk to the townspeople who are freaked out and do not understand the word the giants are bellowing at them. The giants seem agitated but not aggressive. Winna steps up literally and figuratively, begins to translate, learns that the Gromek have displaced the giants from their village. They have no way to ask for reinforcements. They know that they risk losing Mount Nimro citizenship, but they don't have any choice. It's that or death. Refuge here is their only hope. Winna wants to know if they're asking for help to fight the Gromeks or just a place to stay. Any help helps, of course, but really just asking for a place to stay, fleeing the Gromek warband, they are making sure that the Gromec are not following. They'll stay out of town and be careful not to lead any of the Gromec. I just said that. We will trade with the town, do everything to be helpful and show our gratitude. So Rift envisions inspired glasswork solutions. So Rift decided to shoot out the idea, what if they lived at the glassworks, which was really actually very inspired. Let's see, the townsfolk fetch Mildred. Rift assures Mildred that the giants are friends. Mildred assures town that they can relax. Rift brings Mildred up to speed on the whole glasswork situation. Did not reveal the door's existence to Mildred. Duratan and Finzor want assurances that this is not inviting danger for the town, and the giants say that they will be loyal now and in the future and fight for the town. Giants are a scouting group to see if the town is receptive. This is all about 100 miles from the Gromec warband of 1,000. There are currently 150 Gromec fighting about 30 giants. Again, this is the word problem territory. History tells us that each giant can successfully defeat 2 to 3 Gromec. 4 or 5 would be a huge challenge, 6 virtually impossible. Giants insist that they will now defend humans because of these events. They can never go back and they must make their own way now. Duratan wants to tell the humans that the giants are going to the glassworks and protect them. Wants to tell the giants about the door and protect it. Finzer, I don't know if that happened or not. Finzer goes to Ronaki and tells him that the giants are seeking refuge, asks if he knows them, asks Ronaki to help facilitate the moving. He doesn't know these giants, but he knows of them, knows they are good, hardworking folk. Rift envisions incorporating the giants into Sandpoint community by having them participate in the festival with things like tug of war, fun teenage giants being playful, and so on. Let's see, giants need to be fed. Can we put bounty on Tuskers, huge boar things? Wolfbeck says absolutely not. That causes a short argument, no pun intended. Rift agrees to contact Sea Elves community to provide fish and kelp. Both are abundant and this solves the problem. Let's see, Duratan has questions and a plan. Do they know about Drasnilov and his plans to take over the area? Let's see, Young Giant says he knows a little, that they tried to recruit him, Drasnilov that is, intend to take over Sandpoint. Drasnilov is a glory seeker and not one that they would follow. To be sure, they would have to get through the Gromec army, so now there's no worries about that. Duratan also wants to handle town business, sell art, go to church, get Ronaki, all meet back at Fountain. Back at the church, you talk to a young elven girl, Sylphie, and she goes and fetches Linnea. There's a conversation that ensues, and Linnea takes back the sister's diary and weeps, realizing that you all learned about her and so on and so forth. She's not bitter or angry about everything that transpired. She does gift you all magnificent, awesome weapons that you held aloft on your 14th birthday, reciting the words. That's a different cartoon. So Linnea offers to consecrate the glassworks, which is going to be really good. Sylphie apparently speaks giant, and so Linnea kind of lends Sylphie out for that. Kalhiri asks if consecration will close the door. It will not, but it will keep demons and other things from getting too close. Wolfpeck has an idea. Can any of you make glass? Linnea says that they can teach the humans. Wolfpeck is psyched. The giants can live there and make glass. Their skill is now set with Forge and Fire. Linnea says this reclamation of the glassworks is amazing. Sounds great. Leave it to us. We will share the bounty with you in the town. Rift asks what Linnea said she'd give us as rewards. So that was the rewards. Tying up loose ends. Winter reiterates that we need to protect Ronaki, but we all agree that he will be helpful in battle, so he goes with you to confront the Gromec. Nualia takes over getting the giants to the glassworks with Sylphie's help. Sea Elves send food. The Periton is making noises off in the distance, and you have sold your art, gotten your gifts and rewards and so on. So that is the start. That was the end of the last session, and we now start this session. Let me look. And now I will show you the map that I had actually prepared for last week.
But we were
And
slow in negotiations.
yes, which is totally fine. But I am going to draw my rectangle of death, as you likely now know it to be. And you are coming in from the north side on this ridge. Now, don't let me restrict you. If you are like, I don't want to walk down the middle of this ridge, I want to go up to one of the sides, feel free to do that, but just let me know that that's what you would rather do. But basically, the Gromech are kind of using their advantage in elevation and showing off that they basically, like, they're on both sides of the ridge. They've got these giants trapped, and they're just waiting for the giants to make a move to, like, you know, beat them down. There were 30 of these giants, and it seems like they're down to about this many.
Is that 9?
That is correct.
Dang.
And are these all of the Gromech who are still around?
Yes, it would appear that there are, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And actually, to that end, I want you to make me a perception check.
All of us, or
10, 11, anyone who would like to. And actually, so I lied. There's more Gromech.
Oh no. They're sneaky. Where do they keep coming from?
Where? Oh,
Oh my gosh!
Baddies. That's a lot of baddies.
Hey,
Oh,
Stop it! Stop putting them on the screen.
Well,
I think we're gonna.
have to-
I think we
you
should
guys-
try diplomacy.
we want to talk into this.
I have to raise the stakes because these giants would be able to mop the floor with these guys otherwise. And you do realize, like, you guys have like 9 giants fighting on your side, so that's like, you know, each one of them is as strong as 20 regular men
9 plus Renaki.
plus Ronaki, and your awesome selves. Don't discount that.
okay.
And so how many
34.
thank you.
awesome. Love that.
Unless we're going with a perception check. I'm just counting on the map.
Yeah, so I see people have made the perception check. Winna, you have noticed that there does seem to be another contingent of Gromech. However, they seem to be flying away
Where? What direction?
towards like, if we go back to the other map,
Towards the other Gromech.
basically they're going north to the Gromech camp. You think that they're like, all right, this is done. These guys are just going to mop things up. That would be your assumption, but that seems to be what is happening. So with that being said, this is a supremely tenuous situation. In fact, you think that the Gromech here are toying with the giants. They're like sweating them out. They're just waiting to see if the giants are going to make the first move. And like kind of sort of taunting them, or at least you figure so. And they're just kind of waiting for the giants to lose their cool. If you've ever seen the Clone Wars cartoon, where General Grievous first shows up and he's just like letting the Jedi lose their shit until they like run out and get whomped. It's very much like that. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then I just said a bunch of nonsense. But let's see. That's a bummer. That's much better. All right. So I'm just gonna, sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. So what would you all like to do? Do you want to try and diffuse the situation? It's extremely unlikely, but not outside of the realm of possibility. Or do you want to just come in guns blazing, so to speak? Or do you want to take a different tack and be like more sneaky about this?
I mean, think sneakies are kind of our thing.
To defend the giants, and for better or for worse, we are now giant allies, and we have been consistent about that. So
this group of giants, at least, not the bad giants.
Well, we definitely have some folks good at range. I just loaded up Thorn Whip, which can not only injure somebody, but then drag them towards me. So we can see if we can't grab one at a time, pull it in, stab it real quick. Are these guys too big for Winna's dagger?
The Gromek would be perfect. Yeah, you could do a Gromek with a dagger.
Yes.
Cool.
And the Gromek, they're interdimensional, not infernal, right?
Correct. I mean, it would be kind of hard to categorize them, but ultimately they are humanoid. They would be subject to like charm person spells, if that makes any difference. Because they're like people, even though they're like 18 foot tall and they have wings.
So looking at this map and just thinking about things, my suggestion, my idea, you know, as Finzor would be that we take the Gromek on when I'm looking at the map on my left, and we just start trying to work our way through them, and then like trust that the giants will see that and like focus on the Gromek on the right.
So basically, you're making sure that this isn't so much a sandwich as it is a fair fight. You all are taking one side, while the giants take the other side.
That would be my tactical plan.
And then, just so that my funk brain doesn't get confused, when you say left and right, do you mean like left and right?
Correct.
Cool. I figured so, but I just wanted to make sure it wasn't
That
like as
sounds logically sound to me.
And if we can, I think we should sneak up on them.
Do you, so, and then with that being said, because I was a bit hasty, I can move this rectangle of death up here, and then you can all be there instead. And don't feel confined by the rectangle. I'll put Runaki there.
Do we have to get across those chasms?
Think of it like you're going to be doing some more rock climbing, but at the same time, it's very likely that the Gromek will come to you because they can fly. So they'll just kind of come at you from, and you won't necessarily have to like do a lot of rock climbing.
Finzor, I like your idea. Start with a sneak up the left side here. See if we can't get a couple out of the way. And then in a pinch, if things get hairy, we can move towards the center where our giant friends are and get ourselves kind of back to back. Is that like, that's kind of what you're
Yeah.
imagining? Yeah, I like that.
Like we don't get separated from the giants down there. Well, like we still maintain a way to access them, but like.
Yeah, I love it.
Do we want
Can
to try
Ronaki
and sneak
sneak?
up like, sorry.
Like, should he be in the middle, kind of joining the giants, or would he kind of give us away there?
It's a fair question. It's up to y'all. He'll go with you, or he'll go help the giants.
Well, if our we can make our sneakiness those range attacks, and just from a distance try and get the first couple out of the way.
Yeah, I definitely think we should have Renaki aim for kind of more in the center, and then if we get in trouble, he'll be close to pop over to us, or he can join the giants, but he's not part of the sneak. And then
Sure.
Yeah.
So Ronaki's all about that. He says that he's going to do something unexpected. So he says, just wait for his signal. Is anyone watching Ronaki as he does what he does?
Yes, I am watching him.
So he casts a quiet incantation, becomes a bulbous mass of mist, and slowly floats over. And although the Gromek are very unsure as to what to do, they're still kind of like gloating in their kind of victory over the giants, or at least their perceived victory. And Ronaki then reforms from the mist here. This is basically like kind of his opening salvo, and decides that he is going to attempt to destroy a significant portion of these Gromek with a cone of cold. And in fact, that should get all of them.
How can Ronaki cast these things?
Because he's
Because
amazing.
he's a Magoger.
He's a Magoger.
In addition to being very strong
just
and
nice.
very good at fashioning weapons, he has some pretty potent spellcasting ability. And in
Well,
fact, you're just about to see.
Ronaki.
Ronaki, you son of a gun.
Uh-oh, what just happened?
Just nice to know someone else in the party is gaseous. My thunder wave.
There we go. And he is going to do that much damage to all of those Gromek. And then, let's see, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4 of them succeed on that. So I'm just going to say,
It looks like you're
No, you're okay.
okay.
I know that looked really sketchy for a second, but that was this was, I promise you, the fastest way I could do that. And all of these other ones have now also become mortally wounded, so they're not in great shape. And if I could, yeah, there we go. And so just bear with me, do the same thing.
Go for the eyes. Get your dagger.
Am I up?
All right, so everybody roll initiative, because it sounds like we're just going to go right into this. And for Ronaki, actually, I'm just going to put him at the end because he got to do his really cool thing. And then the giants, I'm going to roll for them. They're just going to get a naked initiative roll.
I forgot how to roll initiative.
You just go to the initiative button and.
But you have to click on
D&D
yourself on the map first.
Oh, right. I was.
And Durtan. And that's okay. I'm adding people who have not been added on there yet. Kalhiri, you are there. Winna, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Winna, have you rolled initiative?
No, I'm trying to.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You were saying that you were having trouble with it. It should be on
I
your
am too.
character really close to your armor class.
You can also, oh no, you can't see that. Okay, yeah. On your character sheet,
Okay, I was looking at the wrong thing.
on your character sheet, like almost dead center of the page, your armor class is in the shield, and then it's just to the left of that.
I think I did it. I may have done it twice.
Wolfpack, did you add yourself to this map or not yet?
To the what now?
Have you added Wolfpack to the map?
No, I don't know how. What's like
Go
where
to
is
your,
everybody?
We go over
Go
the
to your
summary real quick.
newspaper.
Uh-huh.
Click
Oh,
on, click
Drag
on
and
your
drop.
name, not your
Okay.
picture.
There you go.
okay. Am I on?
I added you from before,
Oh, okay.
but it's also good to know how to do.
You can drag, you click
still
on your
don't see
name and
myself.
drag it over to the map.
Oh, okay.
And also, if you're like super zoomed into the map, everyone's in the far far upper left.
Far upper left. Oh,
Are
hey
you-
guys.
Oh,
Oh, I'm there twice. Oh, look, shadow me. I'm casting illusion. Okay, I need to get off this. No, there's just two of me now. Okay, cool.
I can delete one of them.
No. All right. So wait, how do I roll for
If you have your character sheet up, and if you've got your guy selected, you can go to your character sheet and just click. There's going to be a thing that says initiative, and you hover over it until you see
yeah.
like a little red dice, and then you. Oh yeah, there we go. And you're on there. Fantastic. Descending. We've got Ronaki at the very end. Oh, and then we need to add.
It's funny that I had the best initiative roll because my initiative roll in real life was the worst. I was like, what am I doing? Where is anything?
And then we've got the Gromech, and they're going to be a large force to be reckoned with. And okay, so there we are. We've rolled initiative. Everything is going swimmingly. And now it is up to y'all. We start with Wolfpack. You get to inaugurate this battle after Ronaki did his big, huge, nasty thing.
Cool. So, I see if I got any good spells. Man, speaking with animals is just not going to do much for me right now.
You got a sneak though. You could go for a tendon.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself kind of scarce. Because there's a lot of like good rocky outcroppings to Hawkeye from. So, so what I want to do is get across this little ravine that's to our right. So like this thing. But is it too deep to cross?
No, not especially. I think like my intention was not to be like, oh, this is this weird terrain that you're going to have to traverse. Like I want you to just consider this area to be eminently traversable. So if you just want to get down.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast a minor illusion because I like the idea from before where I create a shadow version of me.
Sure.
In minor illusion, I can only create small things, but I happen to be a small thing.
Oh yeah.
So what I would like to do is where are all my cantrips?
So are you not going to follow the strategy of us coming in on the left?
I think when he said right, he meant like you're right as you were looking down. Am I mistaken? Oops.
Correct. Yes. So yeah, I'm east is what I was saying. I was gonna go. I want to provide cover for people, but that means I need to take some high ground somewhere else, right? Because I can do range. Range is what I got. So you guys are going basically south on the map, right? That was the plan, like charging into the western flank. These guys. What I want to do is create a. Do you guys want to sneak in, or do you want me to create a distraction?
Here's the thought. You can make fire. You've got it in your equipment pack, a flintstone and stuff, and you got those little fire heads on your arrows, right?
Oh yeah, that I was thinking about all that, and that's also why I asked if they were hellfire or whatever.
You don't necessarily have to.
So, but I could make a fire, but I mean, if I have to do a flint thing for each, it's just gonna be like loading a blunderbuss. It's just gonna take forever. And if I light a fire that I can like light, you see, then it's gonna be hard to. It's gonna be hard to like stay stealthy. So, I was thinking of just discombobulating the bunch of them by sending a sort of like what I did with the bat in the other in the glass factory, is creating a diversion, a distraction for one of the Gromechs so that y'all could like tackle them one at a time, because they're 18 feet tall, and frankly we don't want to take them all on at once. Okay. So yeah, what I want to do is create an illusion of me, so I could create an let's see, an object. I can create a creature. Yeah, so I'm gonna create a creature of me, and I want that creature to moon a Gromech. Just straight up, like, be like, hey, look at me, and then just, moon him while I sneak off. Let's get someone's attention.
Okay, absolutely you can. So let me see really quick. All right. So you do that, and we'll just say this Romek right here is incensed. It is crossed. So let's see. And we're just going to say, why not this symbol? And
here's my little guy.
There you go.
I made a little double.
He's seeing red, so we give him a little red dot there. All right,
cool.
so that guy is not happy, and he's going to go after the fake wolf pack or the little symbol or whatever.
Wolf pack, as it were.
Yes. But let's see. All right, so you've done that. Would you like to take any movement or take any other action?
Yeah, I'm gonna feint to the east or left here. I want to get over here.
Okay. So you kind of like skip down the embankment, as it were. So it shouldn't be very difficult.
Okay.
And then just to make sure, is there anything else that you would like to do before I move to the next person?
I would say that my concentration in keeping the illusion while also changing positions is probably going to take the full turn for me.
Sure.
I don't want to take too many turns because I am also like trying to keep the illusion of him like being like like so.
Yes.
So I want to make sure it's a good illusion. So I'm just gonna do that.
Fantastic. All right, Winnet, it is now your turn. These Gromek are looking really mean and nasty. They're on the verge of acting, but feel free to do a thing that could potentially turn the tide.
And remind me, did Renaki like injure any that are weakened but not dead?
Yes, although most of them are on this side.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to see, but these guys are all basically at half health or something approximate to that.
Gotcha. I guess we should stay with our plan. Can I sneak up to one of them and try to poison spray one?
Absolutely.
Is that 2 rolls then?
Yeah, do a stealth check to see if you can kind of like just skulk over in their direction, and if they notice. And if you do well, I'll give them a disadvantage on the poison spray. Okay, that is a fantastic roll. And let's see. They both fail, so if you want to go ahead and do damage, I will apply it.
Find it.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think at your level it's a D12. That's correct. There we go. So this guy. And this guy. Okay, damage has been recorded. Would you like to do anything else with your turn there, Winna?
No. I think do I need to move and be closer?
I'll say that you can kind of take a quick loop. So you can have like gone here maybe, and then like gone part of the way back.
Okay.
The good news is that the poison spray has some range, so you don't have to get all up in their face, which is helpful. And then now it is the turn of the Gromek. And some stuff happens. The Gromek here have gotten kind of impatient, realizing that the cavalry has arrived, so to speak, and they're encroaching on the giants. They're like, oh, this is our last chance. We better do it now, or we won't get another chance to. And so they're moving to engage with the giants. They want to take care of them before they're kind of fighting a serious battle on 2 fronts. Meanwhile, these two make their way over to you. And then, let's see, same thing kind of sort of happens over here, except that a lot of the ones over here are focusing on Ronaki. So we've got these 2 here and these 4 up here. And if you'll forgive me, I'm just going to narrate most of what happens between Ronaki, the Gromek, and the giants, so that I'm not rolling like 1,000 dice or whatever. But basically, it's this just heated, concentrated melee and kind of the throwing of weapons, the shooting of bows. It is as pitched a battle as you can imagine. Just think of like the 300 and Troy and like the Lord of the Rings battles all happening all on top of each other, and then you're in an IMAX. So that's all happening. But these two Gromech are going to attack. The one swings right through the fake wolf pack, and he realizes that it's fake because he swings this huge weapon through him. But it did take his entire action to do. He's like even more angry now that he realizes he's been fooled. And actually, this Gromech is going to step directly over Winna. Not interested. She's just too small. If she was a fish, he'd throw her back. And wants to get between the two beefier companions and make 2 attacks. And so we're looking at a 16 on Duratan and a 14 on Finzer. I don't know if either of those hit.
Hits me.
Can I, before he gets attacked, can I do protection?
Who would you like to protect?
For Duratan?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so yeah, I'm not really sure what to do with that. It says just like I can use my reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
So, and I went ahead and did that. I re-rolled the attack on Duratan and it missed. So you did exactly what you were intending to do. It's fantastic. So you just kind of like shoulder check this massive beast, and it like overswings. So like Duratan, you see this massive cudgel come down like over your head, and the creature's fist is like the size of your head and just about to connect with you before the cudgel kind of hits the ground and prevents it from doing so. And in shock, the creature turns and takes a backswing. So Finzer, would that 14 have hit you?
That's up against my armor class, correct?
Yes.
It does not hit.
Okay, so it just goes right over you, and you feel a whoosh of air as the cudgel just moves the entire field of air around you, but you are otherwise untouched and unharmed. So that is what happens there, and we actually go to Finzer. It is your turn.
Excellent. Well, I'm gonna swing my big, shocking hammer thing straight at the head of this dude.
Go for it. He is kind of bent down to like try and swat at you, insect-like beasts, and that is a hit. So this creature, who is already wounded with poison from before, is further wounded. And not looking great. So let's see. You have connected with his cheekbone and just kind of crushed and shocked his face at the same time. And you see like the side of his face that you hit is just kind of like twitching from a combination of pain and literal electrical surges. So if nothing else, he looks pretty foolish. Rift, it is now your turn.
All right, so we're not in any danger yet, so I'm not going to use too many spell slots. I'm going to go ahead and trident this guy in the throat. Let me find my actions here. Oh, come on, attack.
And just so that I'm being transparent, I'm doing a couple of giant-y things over here.
That's fine. I seem to be having some trouble with my computer, so. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Do you want me to make a roll for you?
I won't. Maybe. Hold on, let's see if I can. Yeah, maybe. Something, I'm not sure what's going on here.
No worries. I'm loading up your character sheet, so it may just take a second, but as soon as I do, I can click that button and make the thing happen.
Let's try this again.
Let's
Nope,
see. So it's
still
just
doing
a
the thing.
trident attack. I apologize. I'm getting a phone call. Give me 1 second.
Okay, here we go. I got it back. Oh.
Ruh-roh.
Not the best.
Darn it.
And the trident goes like this.
Okay, well, I have more than that going. So what I'll do is realizing my trident thing failed, I'll hit him with a guiding bolt. No, I can only do some. Wait, I can just do those willy-nilly? Because it looks like.
Because I think you get that ability because you are, what is it, Star Druid, something like that?
Yeah, and as long as I'm holding on to my star map, I can do guiding bolt. Okay. All right, so yeah, how did my trident do? Did I kill him? Did I finish him?
You massively
Flawless
savaged
victory.
the spot directly next to him.
Yeah, that's fair.
Had he been in it, it would have been grievous.
All right. So because I missed, I threw off a crappy guiding bolt, try to give one of you guys advantage.
I'm really sorry, but I'm laughing because I don't know, it might just be me. I might jinx people, but I think guiding bolt, I've seen it connect about like 2 times in the entire time I've played this game.
Like last time
What is it guiding?
Our last session, I was like firing off guiding bolts at eyeballs like you wouldn't believe. I was
You
blinded.
did great. That was the most accurate I'd ever seen that be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's probably just confirmation bias on my part, but it sure seems to confirm the hell out of my bias. All right. So Rift, anything else you'd like to do? Would you like to move or reposition?
Can I kick him?
Sure.
Okay.
Can I kick it? Yes, I can.
All right, come on. Oh no, it's doing the thing again.
I can make an unarmed strike on your behalf.
Thank you.
There we go. And you deal 2 points of damage.
There we go.
If only you were more accurate with your other attacks. So yeah, you kick him in his shin, which is actually pretty impressive because his shin is like up there. And all right, I will presume that to be the end of Rift.
Yeah, that's all Rift can do. She's
and so these giants, one of them did perish as these Gromek kind of descended upon them.
Oh.
But now the giants are massing their counterattack, and so they're kind of they're throwing things, they're advancing and swinging even more dangerous weapons than giant cudgels, like Gromek, who have died and are now in rigor mortis, and are now starting to push the counterattack, emboldened by your help and Ronaki's impressive show. They're starting to even the odds. And it seems like every giant swing seems to take a Gromek out of the air and causes them to lie very still on the ground. And then that is that. We now go to Kalhiri.
Okay. So Kalhiri is gonna step over here and stab this injured dude with the flame sword.
Do it. I'm gonna say that's unfortunately a miss.
It's a miss. Okay. Then I'm gonna throw. Well, I can't. I shouldn't throw. He's right there. Then I'm gonna use the other hand to stab with the short sword.
Go ahead. That is certainly a hit. And does a not insignificant amount of damage to this beast. If I could just... Okay. Damage has been dealt. Anything else with your turn?
I want to move. I want to move towards the action.
All right.
So I don't know. How far can I move? 1, 2, 3.
Now, I do want to warn you, if you move away from this Gromek man,
He
you
can have
may
an
incur
attack of
an
opportunity.
opportunity attack. Yeah.
All right, then I'll just stand there. God damn it.
You could always kick him in the shins.
Right. Well, I'll have to wait till my next turn. I don't have any more attacks. Okay.
All right. Although I may have been too hasty. Well, no, shoot, you attack with your other hand. That was your bonus action, because otherwise you could have used your cunning action to withdraw. Anyways, sorry. All right. So it sounds like that is your turn, and we go now to Duratan.
All right.
Duratan, finish
Duratan's
him.
not. Yeah, he's not gonna take any of this guy's shit, so he's just gonna swing right back at him with his glass sword that he picked up. And that was a lot of die.
In the interest
Oh,
of
no, I
fairness,
did.
try and roll one more time.
Was a 19 bad?
Well,
It just did all three at once, so
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. That first one was an 11, and normally I just take the first one, but I just
yeah.
wanted to kind of give you a fair shake and let you try again. But unfortunately, it does not connect. And for what it's worth, this guy's a big, beefy dragon man, and so it's not like you're missing because he's just the size of a hut. But he's actually blocking and parrying these attacks. And he seems very skilled at it. He's just like knocking aside your attacks like they were nothing. And as it seems, these Gromek are very skilled at fighting giants. They seem to be skilled at fighting everything. So they're no joke. Now we come back to Ronaki, and Ronaki is going to knock this guy into the next life and takes out another one of the Gromek. But then we swing back around, and Wolfpack, it is your turn once more.
All right. It's archery time. The guy who's marked with red, who went after my stunt double there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take a shot at him.
I will give you advantage because you're basically performing this deception on him. So he's just not even seeing it coming. He's thinking like, what is this thing in front of me? Just completely focused. And meanwhile, you're going to blindside him with an attack.
Yeah, I'm hitting him from the side. I'm gonna shit, man. I have these flame. I wish I could set these flame arrows on fire. It's like I have all these.
Well,
I think I've got like 8 of them left, maybe 7. Of arrows that have like some sort of thermite, or I don't know. I got the sense it was like flammable rock or something.
yes,
right? Coal.
And just not to give you too many cool ideas, but you could always like have your animal companion like hold an open lantern and then shoot through the flame and like let it happen that way.
Okay, that is a pretty cool idea. We haven't even you don't even know who my animal companion is yet. No one even asked. No one even cares who my animal companion is.
So who is your animal companion?
He is a little owl.
Yeah, he is.
But your
He's a
little
little-
owl can
he's a
hold a little torch.
Saw-whet owl. He's not very good at hovering. Though. That's not really what owls do. Should have picked something else like a kestrel. That would have been cool. Kestrels are
What are
great
you
at
gonna
hunting.
do?
He's going to be great at stealth missions, guys, but this is not his fight. And so, is it possible I could go with Nora's idea of just using some flint and setting it on fire, just a
I
one-off?
would allow you to use a bonus action to set it on fire.
All right, thank you. Okay, do I have to roll anything for that?
To set it on fire, no.
Okay, great. Unlike in real life, where you need
Yeah.
lots of tries. Cool. So I'm going to set an arrow on fire. Now I'm going to shoot it. Let's see. Attack, short bow. Boom.
You can roll again for the attack, just to see if it's a critical hit. We call that fishing for crits.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, a 19 is
you
pretty
had
good, though, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
that's fantastic. You'll hit either way, but
Oh, okay, great. Let's do it.
Wait, why can he roll again?
I told him that he got advantage because the Skromech was like
Oh, that's why. Okay,
focused on
sorry.
and just a super quick question. What is your owl's name? If you haven't
Strawberry.
thought- What's that?
Strawberry. That's my owl's name because he's a little reddish colored. He's a
All
saw-whet
right.
owl.
Awesome. So you did hit, so click on one of those short bow and pink words and it should do damage.
Not as much as I wish, but okay.
That's okay. Every bit counts.
Oh, sorry, I clicked on it. Just I thought something
And you made it worse.
did that. Ignore that. I was curious. I'm over here.
We had this whole like 10-minute discussion in another game because we realized that like we said something like, oh yeah, you like click on that pink over there, and someone's like, oh, you're gonna click on the pink, and then I'm like, oh look, it looks like you can click on other people's pinks, and is that just derailed into some hole? So
Oh dear.
I'm just gonna say that in an effort to like derail that, like prevent it from happening once again.
But we can click on other people's damage.
Yeah,
That's weird.
it's
Yeah,
very.
that's weird. It's weird.
Okay, whatever.
So, all right, Wolfpeck, fantastic turn. The Gromech has been damaged. It is no longer fooled. I'll allow you to decide if you want to keep that illusion going, but
I do not. That was a one-off. That no. I mean, it's
at least for this
basically
moment,
intelligent.
that deception is run its course. I presume that's the end of your turn, unless you would like to make any movement. But then
Is the Gromech actively coming at me or anything?
not yet, but it will take its turn after Winnow.
Oh, right. I mean, does it notice me?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I should probably move.
You'll notice that I added Strawberry there, and I also gave you the permissions necessary to move.
Oh, look, there she is. Yay. Okay, well, we're gonna I'm actually really happy about this owl. Nope, I'm standing my ground. I'm gonna whip it. I'm gonna whip it good. Yep, I'm done.
Excellent. So that works. Winna, it is now your turn.
Quick question. Do I still have that armor on?
Remind me the armor, the stained glass?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, unless you wanted to not have it on.
I think I want it on. Cool. I think at this point, the Gromech stepping over Winna really got to her. You know, she wants to feel like she's part of this battle. She's got this whole internal monologue that she's tough enough to be part of this crew. So she is going to climb up Finzor and she's going to stab the Gromech in the eye with her mirror shard. And hopefully it can work.
Do it. I like that. I like that moxie. So that is unfortunately not successful. However, if you wanted to appeal to our resident inspiration haver to maybe make this action a little bit more dramatic.
But I thought I couldn't bring inspiration over from my last turn.
No, I'm saying Kalhiri would have inspiration because of always doing the.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were.
Oh,
Winna.
Although that is funny, you are kind of like the inspiration, like haver and not user.
Winna, by all means, use the inspiration.
So feel free to re-roll that if you so choose.
All right. I just re-rolled the same thing.
Yes.
Hey.
Better.
What a
Fantastic. That is certainly a hit.
inspiration.
So click that dagger +1 and that will do the damage necessary. Fantastic. So you leap up, or I mean, I don't know, I don't want to presume what you do, but you kind of like get up on your tippy toes and dig this dagger into this Gromek's eye, and he kind of is shocked that like he didn't even notice you doing it because you were just beneath his notice in more ways than one. And so when he was just surprised by it, he just kind of he shook his head away, causing even more damage as you can feel it kind of like digging into the bone of his eye ridge. And that seems to have done just enough. And he is now dead. Duratan, you don't have to worry about getting hurt by this thing falling on you, but basically you sidestep as this thing falls like a meaty sapling felled by an expert lumberjack and is dead. And you now have the ability to summon a Gromek through your knife.
Yes.
Whether you'll need to do that this battle or not is yet to be seen. Would you like to do anything else? Any movements and whatnot?
I think I'll stay where I'm at for now. I think Winna had her movie moment, so she's a little bit better now.
just
Okey-dokey.
breathe it out.
I thought high-fiving Finzor is your final move of this turn.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks for the lift.
Finzor, roll for damage.
Uh-huh.
So there we go. That was when, and now the Gromek are acting. And I'm actually going to say these Gromek are actually really angry and upset that you've come and kind of ruined their fun. So this one's going to peel away and try and attack you. It only has the ability to get over to you, and this one kind of the same. And I'm going to say one more. But they're so mad that you've come by and caused this great distraction, kind of thrown the winds of favor in the Giants, on the Giants side. But some of these guys are going to try and press their luck. And I'm just going to leave the Giants' fate kind of to the roll of a dice. Now these, and as for Ronaki, now these beasts are going to gang up on him. And so he's now in dire straits because they're kind of whittling him down as well. But let's see. So I'm going to roll. Okay, that giant's fine. That giant's not. And that giant's fine. Now, the one that is close enough to do something is this giant here, and he's going to swoop down, literally leaping off of the ravine and kind of using his wings to head over towards Wolfpack, and he's going to make one attack. Wolfpack does a 12 hit.
Does the 12 hit?
Mm-hmm. What is your armor class? Should be like
Armor
the
class.
shield with a number in it.
Oh,
Your character sheet.
it's a 13.
Okay, so it does not. So in its anger, it swoops down and tries to use the force of its momentum to just barrel into you, surely ending your life if it would have like connected with you with all of this massive force. But it kind of skids right by you, and it kind of blows a great wind as again it displaces so much air, but does not harm you. So that was that Gromech. And most of the rest of these Gromech are not going to be able to attack until next turn if able. And now, Finzer, it is your turn. There is one Gromech near enough to attack if you wish to do so.
I absolutely wish to do so. So I would like to run up on this thing. And I'm again gonna swing my big old warhammer at it.
By all means.
Oh,
Regrettably, that was a bad roll, and you did not connect. But you do notice that this Gromech is taking you more seriously than his predecessor, and he is carefully kind of measuring your combat prowess as he's keeping a generous distance between you and him. So he just kind of takes a back step to avoid your attack.
can I do action surge?
Yes, absolutely, you can.
Okay. I'd like to do an action surge and run it again.
Do it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm very afraid that was once again not an attack or not a successful attack. And so you swing again, and this creature just now takes flight. It just kind of like hovers about 10 feet off the ground to avoid a massive swing of your hammer, and it actually thinks to taunt you as it does so. So it's flapping its wings, and with one hand he's kind of like and just being very rude. So I'm presuming that's the end of your action, unless you wish to take a move.
I don't think I have anything left.
Okay, so we move then from Finzer to Rift. Rift, what would you like to do?
All right, I'm gonna Thorn Whip guy who's taunting Finzor.
Do it. That is solid hit. Go ahead and hit the Thorn Whip DLE. Does Thorn Whip have anything else that it does in addition to the damage?
Yes.
Does it, like,
so
pull
it
closer?
snatches him out of the air and pulls him at me.
Okay.
And then it also, hold on, let me pull it up. All right, melee spell attack as a target. If the attack hits the creature takes a 1d6 piercing damage, and if the creature is large or smaller, you pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to you.
And
Okay, so yeah, I pull closer to me.
I'll roll that because I did say he flew 10 feet up, that you pull him 10 feet down, and that does additional damage, and he lands prone. So he's prone now, which means any melee attacks against him are going to have advantage until such a time that he gets up.
Rock on.
So that was
Well,
actually very... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, sorry.
And so, sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
No, what's next here? Do I have another move?
No, go ahead. Yeah, please. I don't want to distract from that.
No, you're not distracting. I'm sorry. I'm still learning. I'm still learning how the moves really go. What I'd like to do is like stab him with my trident because I have a score to settle.
Do it. Make that attack roll.
All right. So I leap over, trident.
That is a hit. So go ahead and click on the trident.
Okay.
Like, yeah, perfect. Fantastic.
Two-handed.
All right. So yes, you have sufficiently caught him off guard and just dig that trident right into his neck. And yeah, he's not laughing anymore.
Can I kick him?
Sure.
All right.
Can I
Oh, this is just great. Hold on.
Kick him while he's down.
Hit.
That is a
Oh
hit.
my god.
Now, damage is static for this, so you still only do the 2 damage, but
Yeah. Okay.
that's how unarmed attacks do unless you're a monk. But that's totally fine. Like I said, every little bit helps. But like, yeah, you're just you're the picture of brutality as you're like whip and trident and kick and just all manner of pain and suffering.
So can I
So-
ask, just so I understand, why was Rift able to Thorn Whip and Trident and kick?
So I was just being super duper nice. Normally
Okay.
you can only do one of those things, but I thought that I would allow the kind of the moment to kind of go there. But yes,
No, it's awesome. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing something that I didn't understand about how
Yes.
it worked.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
gonna start pushing it now too. I'm just gonna like start throwing out actions.
but just in the interest of fairness and just for future actions, like a cantrip and an attack generally are just the only things you can do in a turn. But sometimes I'll say, hey, that was really cool, or like, hey, you get to do this extra thing because cinematically, so to
Right.
speak, it kind of makes sense.
And bonus actions can usually follow an action, right?
Yes, absolutely. And I'm such a nice guy that I might introduce, like, I don't know, a magic item or a feat that will allow people to do stuff like that. So with all of that being said, we proceed now to the giants, who are then going to continue fighting back against the Gromek. And what did I just do? Okay. I'm just going to move this guy out of here for clarity's sake. Same thing over here. And let's see. Okay, so Gromek, done. Gromek, done. Gromek, done. Gromek, Benzo. Gromek, done. Let's see, this guy's gonna come over here and take out a Gromek. And yeah, they've done a significant portion of damage to all of these Gromek and just have obliterated their flanks. Not a super great victory because it's like they did lose quite a few of theirs in getting to this part, but obviously they've done much better than they would have had you not arrived. Let's see, and then all right, so Ronaki is able to take out 2 of the weakened Gromek as he swings his massive weapon, but the remaining ones are still able to inflict quite a bit of damage on him, and he's looking really bad. Ronaki is. But he is taking quite a bit of the attention away from the giants as the remaining Gromek here are not able to cause as much harm to the other giants as they would have otherwise. So that was the giants' turn. Kalhiri, it is now your turn.
Okay, so this Gromek over here, over by Wolfpack, is it still attacking him?
Yes.
And this one over here is attacking them.
Which one now? Yes.
Okay, but I would have to go through them to do anything. Can I like move over to the edge of this ravine and throw my psychic blade at the thing that's attacking?
Yes. Absolutely.
Way to go. Way to go, Psylocke. Psychic blade. Where I can't keep up with what you guys are doing.
So that is a hit. So it looks like you've done damage. Let's see. And you catch the small of his back, and you can see that he's kind of he's having these back spasms from this psychic blade, and you're doing quite a bit of damage. Is there any additional like awesome thing that the psychic blade does?
Yeah, so it you almost always get to throw a second one, I believe.
Ooh, okay.
After you attack with your psychic blade, you can make a melee or ranged weapon attack with the second psychic blade as a bonus action on the same turn, provided the other hand was free to do it. So is it now, without me cheating, like, can we assume I put my short sword away so that I have a hand to throw another psychic blade?
Sure, or like I could even see some really cool moment where you just kind of throw your sword into the ground so it kind of sticks as you're like walking over there and like resolutely doing this thing.
Okay. So if I threw the one, I think it's the other one. That's because I'm a soul knife, y'all.
Does it incur like a negative on your damage?
What the hell?
That's so weird.
I don't know why.
That's unusual. I'm just gonna roll a d4. We'll say it's 4.
Oh, well,
And you-
I have a negative for strength. I have a -1, and that might be the modifier.
That's so weird.
I have a -1 saving throw in strength. But it's not a saving throw, right? So it shouldn't.
No, that's so weird.
But
But
I have
anyhow,
a -1 strength modifier as well.
so and no worries. I rolled it for you just so that it works more copacetically. It's 4 damage. I've dealt the damage to him,
Okay.
and he is also in really bad shape. So he's
Okay.
just not looking great. He's very close to leaping off the mortal coil. And let's see, anything else with your turn, Kalhiri?
Nope, I'm good.
Cool. Now we go to Duratan.
All right. Durotan's also gonna take his attention to the Gromek that's attacking Yulfbeck, and he's gonna kind of step
you call him?
back away from the other Gromek. Wolfbeck, sorry, I said Yulfbeck. And he's gonna Eldritch Blast the Gromek that is attacking him.
Oh, fantastic. Now, the prone Gromek that was knocked down from earlier did take a swing at you because you left his threat range. However, because he's prone, he's just kind of doing this really awkward attack and he totally misses. And that Eldritch Blast totally hits. So that's fantastic. And that actually takes that guy out. So you kind of steer over this ravine and look down at this Gromek. One of the few times you'll be able to like literally look down on these creatures and just shoot out a magical beam that just ends its life. All right, so it is now Ronaki's turn. And actually, I kind of jumped the gun. Ronaki now takes care of those 2 Gromek because that's what kind of what I was getting at earlier. Wolfpeck, we are back to you.
Whip it. I'm whipping it. Oh wait, you already killed it. Right. Who needs help? Jesus, there's not.
Ronaki needs help.
Renaki needs help. Does he need help? I can give him though.
If you have a,
I mean, I'm ways
ranged
away.
attack with sufficient range, you might be able to get one of these guys from over here.
How far am I from him?
Let's see. We're looking at 70 feet here. If you move a little bit further in and use a short bow, you should be able to catch them.
Let's do it. All right.
Right.
So I'm gonna move it. How far do I have to move in? Like halfway?
10 feet.
Well, 10
You only
feet.
need to move two squares in, and you'll be within range.
Cool. That's still a hell of a shot, though, isn't it?
I mean, it is, but it's that like it is a short bow. You can shoot out pretty far. If you want to move closer, that's totally fine too.
I do.
Thought you said you were a ranger.
Yeah, I'm also less than 3 feet tall. So my arrows are actually pretty tiny. They're like shish kebab skewers. All right, let's shoot it. I'm not gonna light this one on fire. I'm just gonna shoot it. Where's my little guy? Oh, there he is. Whoop.
Nice.
Cool.
All right, fantastic. I will say that in all of that kind of wild back and forth between Ranaki and this guy, you managed to catch him unaware and just get him right in the neck, and you just see all of this blood spurting out, as you must have hit some kind of a major artery, and he falls over and does one of those, like in the movies where they fall down like the side of a cliff and they just kind of roll languidly into some pit or something. So you have even the odds for poor Ronaki, who's over here and could be in some danger, but we'll see how things go. Wolfpack, anything else with your action?
Honestly, we have got a couple spare Gromex out to the west. But the rest of the team is out that way. And then one that's still alive just to the south of me, but there seems to be a bunch of giants to take care of that one. And there's only 2 alive next to Ranaki. So is there anything that I can the only thing left is I'm going to call Strawberry over to do a reconnaissance above Ranaki just to get a good eye, a bird's eye view, literally, of the situation. See if she can perceive anything that I wouldn't be able to perceive from here.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, you get a pretty good look, and it appears that Ronaki is very heavily hurt, but you think him at his current health versus these 2 Gromek is a much more even battle. And in fact, you think you notice through Strawberry that these Gromek are looking really nervous. You think they might cut and run here pretty soon.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Presuming that to be the end of your turn, unless there was anything else, we go to Winna.
I want to help Ranaki. I want to heal him if I can.
Do you have
all the way down there?
What's that?
Can I move all the way? That seems like
it's pretty far. Unless you had some kind of a magical means of getting over there, you don't think you would be able to necessarily.
Could I shapeshift into an animal that could move quicker and then heal him at the end?
What kind of druid are you again? Like, what's your subclass?
My subclass of druid?
I can look. Circle of the Moon. So yes, you can. I would allow you to do that, and I'll just say that you probably turn into, like, I don't know, a cheetah. And I will give you a movement speed of 80, so you can move 80 feet.
Love that. And then I want to heal him.
So let's see.
Ooh, if I can make it.
Unfortunately, even with that being the case, you can't quite make it. Although I'll give you this. Give me an athletics check. Roll again because you have the form of an animal, so that's kind of giving you a bonus. All right, so you basically, like, take a running leap off of this canyon, and that gives you some extra movement. So I'll say that you can make your way, like, right here, just in time to shift back into Winna form and do the healing.
And then I roll medicine. Is that right?
You can do like a cure cure wounds if you want. That would probably be the best thing to do right now. Bless you.
Thank you.
Is that a spell?
It is. Because generally speaking, medicine is really good for, like, in between fights, but, like, it would mean, like, bandaging people up, making sure they don't get infections and things like that. But in the heat of battle, sadly, it's not generally as good unless someone's like dying, and then you can stabilize them. In which case, it's really, really good.
Gotcha.
So Winna's all the way down there now
Yes.
with Ronaki and Strawberry.
Yes.
Oh. Sorry, Renaki.
Excellent. Okay. So you do grant some healing to Ronaki, which is great. And even with all of that, you think Ronaki is pretty just happy to have someone by his side, so that he's not just facing these guys on his own. So in addition to just being awesome magical healing, you think that he is also bolstered by having you there. For what it's worth, these Gromek have realized that the tide is turning. This guy here, you might have a chance at taking out if you want to, but he's trying to flee. He gets up, withdraws, and moves. That being the case, he can't move terribly far. These guys are moving the hell out. This guy withdraws and moves. These guys are withdrawing and moving and hoping that they can, escape unscathed. But they're not attacking. They're like, this is it. We love fighting giants and dying while fighting giants, but this seems kind of pointless now. So that is what they do. Finzer, what would you like to do? You've got one last opportunity to take this Gromek out if you so choose.
Yeah. Am I able to move and attack, or do I need to throw something?
No, you can absolutely move and attack.
All right, I'm gonna run
Would
up
they-
on him again and swing with my major.
Do it.
Shocking.
Would they get an attack of opportunity with him leaving?
Because they were withdrawing, they
Okay.
do not. But that also limited their ability to move. Otherwise, they would have gotten much further.
This
I'm
weapon
gonna
is
say
not my weapon.
I'm gonna say because he was fleeing and basically is just kind of trying to get the hell away, that you have advantage. So go ahead and roll again. All right, much better. Go ahead and roll that damage. Fantastic. He's in super bad shape, but not quite down and out yet. I'm presuming that to be the end of your turn, unless there was anything else you wanted to do.
Nope, that's it.
And Rift, you've additionally have one more chance to try and take this guy down.
All right, so any of the giants who were hurt in the battle, would I be able to help them? I've got healing word, I've got healing spirit, I've got lesser restoration.
Throwing down a healing spirit might be a really good idea.
Yeah. So I'm going to prioritize, as much as I want to rip his heart out and eat it in the marketplace. I'm going to cast Healing Spirit and toss it at our injured.
All right. Do you want to give it to the giants or to your party?
To the giants. I don't think anybody in the party actually even took a hit yet.
No, I believe you to be correct on that.
Yeah, we're all fancy free here. So I'm sending this. Do I need to move towards the giants or can I just cast?
You can just cast it and they know what it is. So I'm just putting the healing spirit here. It's kind of hard to see, but this is this like kind of face spirit type thing. And it literally is just like, what it is just, it's an area that they can walk through and be rejuvenated. So that's what they're going to do.
Okay.
Which is really good.
That doesn't look like a good roll.
And that's okay. They roll for each of them. So each one gets to roll, and because it persists, then they get continual healing.
Okay.
That's the best roll you can get off of that, though.
Oh, really?
Actually,
okay.
D6.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna, oh, nice. Okay, so yeah, I'm throwing that out there. And hopefully they drag, and if any of them are unconscious instead of like dead, they drag them through that.
Yes, absolutely, because that's what it's really good for.
Woohoo.
So let me see. The giants will now I'm gonna kind of roll for this just to see if they manage it. Oh wow. So one of the giants just absolutely destroys this Skromech with a finely thrown rock. That was these three. These three are going to try and do the same. And one of them destroys this Skromech. And let's see, 3, 3. We're just going to give this guy a shot as well. He misses. And then I'm going to say, so Ronaki is just going to go ahead and take one of his javelins, and he's a lot more skilled at this. And he takes this Skromech out and just absolutely skewers him. I jumped the gun on Ronaki, but that's okay. Kalhiri, it is your turn. What would you like to do? The most likely target for you if you wanted to do something is this Gromech over here.
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna move over there and stab him with the flaming sword.
Go for it.
Oh, can I only use the flaming sword once? I bet.
Let me think. You mean like once per battle?
Or once per.
Per action? I mean, yeah, once per turn, basically.
Okay.
All right, you absolutely hit. And actually, you managed to do enough damage to take that guy out.
Nice.
So the creature is really just kind of scrabbling around trying to get away from all of you. You see fear in his eyes, which you know these Gromech to be fierce and warlike, but you've certainly turned the tables and made this Gromech afraid to face the afterlife. But that does not deter you as you bring your sword down and bring fiery justice upon him.
Hell yeah.
And with that said, let's see. We're just going to finish out the round. Duratan, would you like to do anything affect any of the Gromech who are fleeing?
Yeah, sure. You know, I can Eldritch Blast up to 300 feet, so I'll go for the one on the left that's still alive.
This guy?
Yes.
Go for it.
Oh.
All right, you take that guy out.
All right.
And Ronaki already did his thing. So there's literally this guy. I'm actually gonna say because basically there's gonna be enough opportunity for everyone else to act before it comes to, well, actually, let me see. I guess there's just a small chance he could survive, and I'm gonna see how that is. Wolfpack and Winna, you have opportunities to do something about this guy before he flees, if you wish. So Wolfpack, what would you like to do?
Is he on the move? Is he on the wing, so to speak? Is he flying away?
He's up in the air.
Shit.
Wing.
Huh?
Shoot him in a wing.
Yeah. I mean, I was just thinking, like, I don't know if I can. I don't know what my range is. I mean, I don't know if I'm a good enough archer to be able to hit something that's on the wing, but I guess I've never tried it. I think that like in the woods is one thing, but out here on the rocks, I'm like not as comfortable with no cover. But if he's so big, so yeah, I'm just gonna do it.
Go for it.
Let me shoot him. I'm gonna try. I mean, even if I get him in a wing, I can take him down. Okay, actions, short bow.
Huh.
Fantastic. So you have
I'm so
kind
good
of
at this.
yeah, you've waylaid him quite a bit, and you did. You got him right through the wing membrane, which is unpleasant to say the least. So he's slowing down, but I will say that he does have just a slim, a sliver of a chance to get away. So Winna, would you like to do something to potentially take care of this last Gromek?
Destroy him.
I feel like, yeah, that's a trick question. I have to, right? But so he's flying away. He's wounded.
Yes.
Oh boy. What can I do? I don't want to use my mirror shard Gromek to go after him. I feel like that's a waste as he's already dying. How high up in the air is he? How far away is he?
From you, he's like 5 feet elevated off of the top of the ridge. If you were down on the ridge, he'd be like, I don't know, 40 feet up, something like that.
Can Runaki like throw me towards him and I can try to stab him?
Yes, 100%. In fact, I'll just say that that's what happens. He picks you up and tosses you. In any other situation, this would be a casual, but he's practically like hurling you over in that direction. So it's no problem. He gets you right on top of the Gromek, and so you do your thing, make your attack.
Ooh.
That is a hit. Go ahead and click on that dagger +1. And that is enough. You hit like a halfling guided missile and just what Ronaki did was just like throw you right at his gut, and you just kind of like went like knife first into his intestines and just wrecked his day. The best part is you thud into this giant Gromek thing, and basically like the physics of it are like you just knock into it and then land on the ground with him as cushion, and so he just kind of gets savaged by the rocks and everything below, while you are largely unharmed by this otherwise intensely dangerous activity of Gromek surfing.
Nice.
And I just want to take a moment there. So it's 9:30. You've completely rocked this combat. I don't know that anyone here has taken damage, but the stakes were certainly high, and you were able to affect quite a bit of change. And there were losses, even if they weren't directly on your side. Do we want to end here? Do we want to go just a little bit further to get some information out of the giants? I want to respect time, but I do have more stuff. We could start with that next week if we wish.
I could use a slight denouement, just like what's the aftermath? Because I want to know a little bit about where we're heading next week. So there's no cliffhanger to just finishing the battle,
Yeah.
Stick around.
So we're gonna kind of can we finish it up in the next 15 minutes?
It shouldn't take especially long now.
Okay,
So we
so
can
let's gather
finish.
up the giants, have a little powwow.
Right on. So
Rina can translate, Ronaki can translate, we're good.
right on. So you've defeated all of the Gromeks, all, what was it, 37? That's no mean feat, even if you've got a band of giants at your side. The giants are going to kind of carry their dead so that they can get like a respectable burial somewhere that's not like close to Gromek territory, so that the Gromek, don't do the thing that they do and be dicks. Who do you wish to speak to here of these giants? They all seem like they're relatively equally ranked or what have you. But there are, in fact, I'm going to kind of label these guys, but there are hill giant, or Jotun giants, which are like earth giants. There's frost giants, or a frost giant. And they have names, but we'll kind of cross that bridge. and troll when we get to it. There also are these guys, which I want to kind of describe in a little bit more detail next week. But you know that there are such giants called gigantes, and no two gigantes are alike. They're all deformed and strange looking. All of them are mutations. And that's a whole backstory that I'll get into at another point, but I just wanted to point them out. And then you have a fire giant here. And I'm going to say you have another kind of giant here. But they, like I said,
What
they're
kind of
just
giant?
if you'll pardon me.
I like my giant biodiversity. I want to know all the species.
Let's see.
So we have fire, frost, earth, gigantes.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
And I just blanked on which kind they are, but give me 1 second.
We're sure it's not pronounced gigantes.
Could be. And you're very likely to run into them on a sábado.
There you go. I love when people pick up when I'm laying down.
Yes. So this guy, although the picture for him doesn't do it justice, he is a Rahu man. He's a giant with 4 arms.
Like Goro?
Exactly like Goro.
Mortal Kombat. The new one is so fun.
It is fun.
I need to watch it.
Fun.
And this is a Cyclops, by the way, even though the picture doesn't
Ooh.
bear.
How do you spell Rahuman?
I will spell that for you.
Thank you.
Yes.
It happened again. When you say 4 arms, I always think you mean forearms. Like,
That's fair though. That's a
like
fair
he
thing.
has 4 arms. I'm like, well, most of us do.
He has 4 arms for days. He did not skip 4-arm day. But yes, who do you wish to speak to? I guess it's more of a flavor thing. If not, one of them will step forward and kind of assume a leadership position of sorts.
Well, so if Winna and Ronaki are both over there, like, can Ronaki talk to them and be like,
Yeah.
hey, so these are my peeps? And
just real quick, like there's the Rahu man. There are an example of one.
nice.
But yeah, Ronaki will go over there and talk to them. If you just want to kind of filter the information through Ronaki.
Unless, Winna, if you'd rather talk, I just thought, like, since we have a giant, maybe he could make the most polite introductions for us.
Yeah. Giant to giant.
Yeah.
Make sure they know about the healing spirit too. And
They do, and they make judicious use of it. So the ones who were like maybe close to death are now no longer, and like the ones who are like really battle damaged are like fit as a fiddle. But who do you want to have Ronaki do it, or do you want to have Winna do it before I forget?
Ronaki do it.
Sure. So long story short, Ronaki kind of relays the information and he says, these men were making sure that the other people could get away. This much we knew. However, they also had some precious cargo with them. It was something they didn't wish for the Gromek to find. And Ronaki holds out this kind of obscene looking object, and it's this giant sized heart that appears to be made out of bronze. And you notice that one of the fallen giants has a large hole in his chest that looks like this heart has been dug out of. And Ronaki says, we have been entrusted with the safekeeping of this heart. It is very important, not just that the Gromek do not get sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. That it is not important only that the Gromek don't get their hands on it, but that this does not fall into the hands of those who would misuse it. This is what is called the Rune Heart. It is a legendary artifact. And there are nations who would wage several wars to get their hands on this.
So he's
We have-
telling the other giants this?
What's that?
Who's he telling? Is he telling
He's
us?
telling you. Yeah. He's like, he's talked to them. Now he's like, okay, let me tell you what I have found out.
And this
And did
came out
they
of
give him the
giant-
heart?
Sorry, Jen, what was the first thing you said?
I'm sorry. So Ronaki went and talked to the giants and we didn't know what he was saying and they gave him the heart.
Yes.
Now he's telling us what's up.
And I'll say Winnow is overhearing so she can corroborate, but like it's kind of like, oh, this all happened. Ronaki ran kind of the intermediary thing between, you know, yourselves and the giants, and now he's relaying it. Winnow did overhear the conversations and knows that that was what happened. And I'm sorry, someone else had another different question.
I was just clarifying, this came out of the chest of one of the deceased giants.
Correct. You're not sure of the circumstances. You can ask for clarification of Ronaki or the other giants if you wish. But yeah, it looks like this guy died and then they proceeded to tear out this heart, which is not like a organic heart, but like this metallic rune inscribed heart.
So about that helm of reading comprehension, anyone know runes, like, or could read a rune if we wanted them to? Like, there's some writing
Duratan
on
can
this.
read anything.
Duratan
Yeah,
can
I
read
can read
anything.
Yeah.
Give it to
the rune
Duratan. He can read
keeper.
anything.
Yeah,
I
he'll
So-
give
read
it
the
a
rune keeper.
scan.
It works perfectly.
To give you a quick crash course on runes in this
Mhm.
world, it gets into this all of these weeds. Runes are basically like the power of the firmament of the world. They were created by the old ones to basically speak power into the world, and even now they hold that power. So there are spellcasters that are called diabolists, which has nothing to do with the evil demons or whatever, even though that's what it sounds like. But they have the ability to inscribe runes upon surfaces and make them do things. That's kind of the baby version of what this rune heart is. Rune magic is infusing an object with the soul of a being forever until that thing is destroyed, and making these indestructible magical items that have like the most power of anything that you can imagine. A rune weapon is again something that people would like kill thousands of people to get their hands on. This rune heart, a rune item that isn't just like a sword that stabs you and does magical things, is possibly the most rare thing anyone has ever heard of. Rune items that are not weapons are so rare that they've only been spoken of in whispers and scraps in all of written history. And this thing, this metallic heart that actually I failed to mention is like kind of beating in a sense, seems to be about the most powerful thing that any of y'all have heard of, let alone been in the presence of. And even so, at this moment, as you all are perceiving this rune heart, you are hearing it whisper to you.
Ooh,
And-
roll for perception, roll for arcana. What can we hear the whisper?
So there's just, it's almost like you're hearing someone whisper a language that you don't understand, of just like, and you're just getting these kind of like, but every so often you'll hear, exactly. But every so often you'll catch a word in the language you do understand, or at least in a concept you can understand. You hear things like power, forever, immortality, and things like that.
I think it's coming on to us. I feel like this rune heart is hitting on us somehow. It's like trying to seduce us, like
in
the
a
ring
manner
of,
of
ring.
speaking, yeah, seduce you with
Yeah.
power. But you can tell that Ronaki is kind of getting a sense of what's happening, and he kind of obscures the rune heart, and he says, "It will try and tempt you. As we speak, it is doing the same to me. We cannot succumb to that temptation." And does anyone else have questions? Because I just kind of dropped a big, huge rune heart on you.
Yeah. Why are we entrusted with it, and what can it do? Can we get that knowledge or?
It was merely a dint of fate. We were at the wrong place at the wrong time. And although I am very grateful that we were able to rescue my giant brethren, it was bad luck that the Gromek attack has unearthed this artifact. In not so many words, the giants of that village had been guarding the rune heart for generations. And when the Gromek attacked, they're like, well, fuck, we got to get this thing out of here. And so one of the giants, this is just all, I'm just kind of giving you a big exposition dump. One of the giants is like, I have to smuggle this out, cut out his own heart and placed it in, which is how you use the rune heart. You can't just hold it in your hand and go, I have the power. You have to incorporate it into your body. And by the way, it resizes, so it will fit in your body if you so choose to make it happen. Which is that
You
fact.
have to replace your heart in order to do that? Like,
Yeah, it's a good old switch.
You need a friend to
Yeah.
help you. Yeah.
yeah, so you gotta really want that power.
But
Man, honestly, this is really making me feel like all these fantasy things make me feel like there's not enough MacGuffins in my life. Like, where are all these like sources of power and infinity gems and shit that like, you know, or like glowing suitcases or whatever? Like, I just want a MacGuffin, one single MacGuffin. I have a Prius and it's got a dent in the bumper. Like, why can't I have a MacGuffin in real life?
and not unlike Bilbo Baggins, I'm sure you would just put it on the mantle anyways.
Bilbo
Yes.
Baggins had a thing with his MacGuffin, so he had a little
Yeah.
relationship with it,
Sure.
as I remember it. So
So if you are seduced by this power, what happens?
Well, that is something that I don't want to describe yet, because that is kind of the you know, the part of the mystery of this thing. Rune items are created by infusing them with the soul of a being. That soul could be good, that soul could be bad. But it isn't a surprise that whatever the motivations of this thing is, that it would want to then inhabit a body. It was created for a purpose, and now it wants to fulfill that purpose and not just be buried in a tomb somewhere like it probably has been for many, many years.
So does what question was I just gonna ask?
So this
we
rune
do-
heart wants to reside in one of our bodies. It's trying to
Yes.
see that.
What can we do to prevent that? Do we need to like put cotton balls in our ears? What's the plan?
So it's speaking to you telepathically. And so there's not really a way. And it can do that when you're like looking at it, or like when you're holding it, especially. So Ronaki right now is exhibiting a tremendous amount of willpower by just holding this thing. But eventually someone will need to be entrusted with the care of this thing, which depending on
Duratan.
how you would.
I volunteer Duratan. Hold on,
Maybe.
Duratan. Can we have your heart?
Maybe.
Can we look? Are you using it?
I'm not gonna give it to you.
Well, no, don't give it to me. I am not to be trusted with it. I'm the Boromir of this story.
Rift
but-
might be able to carry that.
The most important question of all of this is, do you want to have someone actually put it in their hearts or in their chest cavity, or do you want to instead preserve it and not see it put to use? And that's kind of a philosophical question.
I don't think anyone should put this shit in their chest.
I would be a little more interested in what it does before I make that decision.
Yeah. I think we should just carry it for now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can leave on a cliffhanger of indecision in this.
I like it. I think that's fantastic. And by the way, I want to share an MVP comment from the chat, which is carrying and supportive magical artifact tempts you with the power of ASMR. Just going back to the whispers.
Yes.
Wait, who wrote that? I don't see that back here.
It's not in our chat, it's in the Twitch chat.
Oh.
And that is a quality
Very quality.
it's a quality comment from my beloved partner who is watching the stream.
Nice.
But awesome. We will stop there. I feel like you have overcome a great challenge here, but I will put it to you all. Should I let you level up today, or should we put that off for a different time?
Power forever.
And the question here is, do you want to be kind of on a faster leveling track, or do we want to kind of drag this story out a little bit more?
This was our first war. Like, this is our first battle. I feel like we've perhaps gotten experience points for things we didn't necessarily need them for before. Honestly, this was the first time we've ever had to like open air. And maybe this is just me because I'm foresty guy. So for me, this was terrifying. But like this is the first time we've battled like multiple monsters instead of like singular monsters at any given time. Like more than two.
You think we deserve to level up?
I think we deserve to level up
We didn't
because I
even
think this
take
was a
damage.
brand new type of fight, and I think anytime you have a brand new challenge. Yep. Oh, sorry. Yep, I'm finishing up.
Any other arguments for or against?
I mean, it's really up to you, right? Like, do you think we earned it?
I would say y'all showed an extreme and amazing amount of mettle and as well as like tactical acumen. You guys rock that, and I think that it would be appropriate. But I wanted it's less a question of like, did you earn that level? Yes, you did. But the real question is, do you want your progress in power of like your personal characters or whatever to go quickly, or do you want this story to kind of like be a more gradual kind of climb? But I don't know that that should necessarily be a factor. We could just say you gain a level, and if I think you need to like slow it down later, I can do that too.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd like a more gradual. I don't think we should just be throwing levels at us like crazy, but like, I do think perhaps we earned this one. So
Right on. Let's do it then. Unless there are any other objections, you all are level 4. And by the way, Winna, unless I'm looking at the wrong character, you're like level 2, so you have like 2 levels to gain.
Oh, love it. Sure.
And I can help you with that either at the start of next session or at some
I
other.
might need to, yeah. I'll let you know. I'll check it out and let you know.
Cool. And I've kept you guys for quite a while. So if you need to go, feel free. This was awesome. This was an amazing session, I think. And even though it was just like all fighting all the time, this session, I think it was still kind of appropriately dramatic, and there was some character stuff that happened in between. Does anyone want to say anything before I stop the stream? I'll take that as a no. Stream, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching in the future. If you're watching this after the fact, come join us. Thursday, I'm doing video games. Monday, we're doing more Rifts. And then next Tuesday, we are continuing this fantabulous story. So please join us then.